Okay. All right, now, did the putt break left or right?
Yes.
Did you hit it the right speed?
No.
Did you pull it?
Yes.
Okay, now, how did you know that you pulled it? Because you already spelled out what your intended line was.
Yeah, it started left of where I was looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So why do I have to have an accurate read?
Yeah.
Because it is the baseline for me to judge whether my speed was good
Yep.
or my start line was good.
Yeah.
And then even further, if we use feedback and recall, what did my stroke feel like? Did I pull it in my stroke?
Yeah. A little post-putt routine.
Yeah, a little post-putt routine.
Yeah. I want to talk to you today about LiveView Golf. Now, you guys hear me say all the time that you need feedback when you're practicing. You need to know if you're actually doing what you're trying to do, and the best way to give yourself feedback ultimately is video. And not only is video the best way to give yourself feedback, but being able to see yourself simultaneously as you're doing a movement is the best form of video feedback. It's the best way I've seen to make changes in your swing and be able to correlate the differences between your feels and your reels. LiveView is super easy to use and set up. Simply set it up behind or in front of you. You connect it with your iPad or phone, pop that on the ground. You can actually do your practice, see yourself as you're doing it, the best way to expedite your process. I encourage you guys to check out LiveView Golf. We'll put a link in the description down below with a coupon code. All right, guys, so let's talk about Green Reading Basics 101 now. As part of our journey over the winter, we told you we want to bring you guys the best of the best, and today we're doing just that. With us today, we have Mr. David Orr. Now, I know hopefully like 90 to 98, 99% of you guys know who David Orr is, but for those of you who do not know who he is, David Orr is the guy. He's the putting guy. He is, for me, even though he doesn't know, been a mentor of mine with putting for probably the past 5 or 6 years. When I need to know something about putting, I go watch David's stuff. David Orr is a top 50 Golf Digest teacher and ranked #1 in the state of North Carolina. It's a huge treat. I'm so grateful and thankful for him to be out here today, and I'm excited to bring you guys Green Reading 101. All right, guys, as promised, today with us, you guys are super lucky, Mr. David Orr. David, thanks for coming out.
Hey, Eric, great having me.
Absolutely, appreciate it. So we're gonna talk about Green Reading Basics 101, and I'm looking forward to this as well because I know I can improve my green reading, and I know a lot of the basic concepts we're gonna talk about are gonna help you guys. So let's get right into it, David. If I came into you and I said, hey, you know, I've been putting and struggling with my green reading for the past decade or so, where might I start to improve?
Yeah, so, well, first of all, we need to get out there on the putting green.
Yes.
Number one. So most people don't practice enough putting to start with. But,
Sure.
But, you know, let's get out on a putting green. Let's make sure that we're on a green that has some tilt to it.
Gotcha.
Or some slope, because that's really what we're trying to learn to do is judge slope.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
And if we're going to go just a little bit deeper, we're going to learn to, it's about predicting break.
Yeah.
First break direction.
Got it.
And then break amount.
First break direction and then break amount.
Exactly. So which way does this putt break?
Yep.
Left to right, right to left, or relatively straight?
Got it.
And then how much, that's a little bit trickier, okay?
Yeah.
But we should be able to get the break direction down for our listeners out there fairly easy.
Okay.
Because you're just dealing with slope. You're dealing with a high side versus a low side. Have you seen aim point? The guys do aim point on TV.
Yep.
And you'll see them, they'll walk halfway between the ball and the hole.
Yep.
Or 1/3 of the way or 2/3 of the way. And they're just feeling with their feet
Yep.
which foot's higher versus lower.
So feeling slope.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, and I grew up a skier.
Yeah.
And so that's all about judging slope.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
it
you
is.
ski the fall line, so to speak, or you're traversing across the slope.
Yeah.
And so it's important. Sometimes I'll ask somebody, hey, have you ever snow skied before? Eric, have you ever snow skied before?
I have not.
You haven't? Well,
No.
this will help your green reading.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, so this winter you're going to work on your green reading because you're going to pack up the bags and then get the rental skis and ski boots, ski
Yes.
poles, and you're going to go up to the mountain and you're going to learn to feel which ski's lower, which ski's higher.
Got it.
And you feel it not just in your feet, but in your legs and in your hips and in your body.
Yeah.
Okay, does that
Yep.
make sense?
Absolutely.
And then once you feel the slope,
Yep.
then you can see the break direction.
Once you feel the slope, you can see. Yep. Got it.
That makes sense. So
Perfect.
first you got to feel it,
Yep.
and then you got to see it.
Got it. So if we were looking at, let's say I walk onto a green, right? And I'm looking at, let's say this putt, I'm going from here to this hole. The first thing I'm looking for is the direction of the slope.
You got it.
Part one. So I might look at this putt and I say, all right, David, I'm thinking, is this putt breaking to the right or to the left? That's the first thing I want to kind of come to terms with, basic.
Absolutely.
And then beyond that, I say, okay, I can kind of see that maybe this side of the green is higher than this side.
Well, look at your hand. Here, stay there. Yeah. There you go, folks.
I actually showed it there pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's got a high side
Yep.
and a low side, and we're really only concerned with the slope between the ball and the hole.
Got it.
Don't
Yes,
worry
okay.
about that house over there is on high land, and down there by the little creek is the low. I mean, that's the overall slope of the property.
Yeah.
But this ball's not rolling over the entire property.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's only rolling from here to there.
Got it.
Makes sense? But
Yeah.
that was good. So from here to there, but
Yep.
once you go, we're going to do, this is a very important thing. Most of my green reading I learned from Mark Sweeney of Aim Point.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, I think I was one of his first Aim Point schools back up at Campbell. We had like 87 kids.
Yeah.
And he was teaching us the principles of green reading. We're not guessing here. This is
Yeah.
actually like principles. And the first thing we had to do was find the direction of the slope.
Got it.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here is, this is something that Mark Sweeney taught me.
Sure.
And this is maybe something that your listeners out there, you really need to find an Aim Point instructor out there.
Yep.
To learn these basic principles. But I'm going to show you real quick.
Yeah.
We've got just a nice uniform planar slope here.
Yeah.
We're going to go 1/3 of the way, then 2/3 of the way. We're just going to feel which foot's higher. So follow me,
Cool.
Eric.
Yep.
All right, so right here, stand in my shoes.
Yep.
Okay. Stand in my shoes, right? So which foot was lower
Right.
the whole time,
Yep.
right? Which way is the putt break?
To the right.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
So it's going left to right.
Yep. And that was easy for someone who, like, I don't do that, you know. That was easy for me to even feel in a basic example like that.
Yeah, now
like,
come
pretty
back
clear to
here
feel.
and squat down.
Yeah.
Go
This
old
way?
Yeah, go
Yep.
old school.
Yep.
Yep. I'm surprised you don't have your Chuck Taylors on today.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So no, squat down again.
Yep.
And now can you see
Yep.
this plane,
Yep.
high to low, the high side versus the low side?
I can.
Good. So the break direction is
To the right.
left to right.
Yep.
Exactly. So I usually don't say to the right. I usually say from
Left.
left to right.
Got it.
Because the ball has to start up the slope, work across the stroke from left to right.
I like that. Gotcha.
It has to start left.
Changing that effective immediately.
Yeah, from
I like
left
it.
to right,
Yep.
rather than just it's going right.
Going right. Gotcha.
Because if you said going right, the brain's going to go, okay, going right. It's going right.
Ah,
It's
okay.
working its way. The ball is traversing across the slope.
Yep.
This one's slightly up the slope, slightly across the slope,
Got it. From left to right.
from left to right.
And so let's say I'm back here and
Yep.
I went through and I do that. I look at it from back here and I can see, okay, I know now this is going from left to right. The next phase beyond that would be how much, right?
Now that's hard.
Yeah, that's a little more complicated.
Okay, that depends on first on how hard you intend your intended speed.
Got it. Yeah.
Because if I hit it with a firmer speed, I don't need to borrow as much brake.
Yep.
If I hit it with a softer speed, there's much more borrow to the brake.
Yeah, gotcha.
That makes sense?
Yes.
So it depends on how hard you're going to hit it.
Okay.
It depends on the slope percentage.
Yes.
So let's go over slope percentage. Okay,
Please.
it's rise over run.
Rise over run. Got it.
So if this land, if we were to traverse 100 feet and it were to rise 1 foot,
Yep.
that's 1%.
Got it. Okay.
We don't use degrees.
Gotcha.
We use slope percentage.
Yep. Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's good. That's
All
good.
right?
Yeah.
And if I were to go 100 feet over this land and it raises 2 feet, it rises 2 feet.
Yep.
That's 2%.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
100 feet, 3 feet, 3%. Okay.
Yep.
So what does that mean to the average listener out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so 0 is level.
Level. Yep. Yep.
Or flat.
Yeah.
1% would be mild.
Gotcha.
Like your buffalo wings, you like them mild?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. 2% is pretty average.
Yep.
And Mark Sweeney taught me that 2% is pretty much your default.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yep. 2% would be like a normal
Like
average.
an average slope. Just like this part of the green that we're on is just average slope.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. And then 3% would be steep.
Yep.
4% would be severe.
Yep.
And to me, 5% is diabolical.
Diabolical. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, especially because you're interacting with slope percentage.
Yep.
That's what we just talked about first.
Yep.
And second, stimp, effective stimp.
Got it.
Notice I said effective stimp.
Yeah.
Stimp going downhill versus stimp going uphill is different.
Yeah. And that's yeah, exactly. Gotcha.
Yeah. So break amount has certain factors in there that in the environment and things that it's not as easy. And that's where you
Yeah.
kind of see the finger thing
Yeah.
with aim point. Well, that's the slope percent.
Got it.
So when you see Adam Scott with one finger up, that's 1%.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hunter Mahan with two fingers up, that's 2%.
2%. Yeah.
Not 2 degrees, 2%.
2%.
And
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
talking about 2% milk either.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All
Got
right.
it.
So
Well, let me ask you this, David. Someone comes in, they want to learn this. Let's even say we're not past the direction portion.
Yeah.
If someone comes in and they walk up, and maybe it's minor,
yeah.
right? And they're like, hey, I get it, I get the concept, but I don't feel it with my feet.
Well, then
perhaps.
you got to buy a digital level.
Gotcha. Yeah.
A Husky digital level, you can get them at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Don't bother going to Lowe's because they don't carry that brand.
Yeah.
But
Home Depot.
and you put the digital level, you calibrate it on a level surface.
Yeah.
And you put on slope percentage.
Got it.
Okay.
Something simple they can do.
Because the principle is slope percent.
Got it.
Rise over run.
Yep.
So if you teach people principle, they get better.
Got it.
It's the why behind the what and the how.
The why behind the one. That's good.
You got it?
I like that. I think that's an easy, no excuse way to be able to go learn and do that.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Get it, put it out.
Exactly. So we're going to hit a putt here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, very important, sometimes I get my players to spell out what the ball's going to do. Notice I said this ball's going to traverse
Yeah.
across the slope, up and across.
Yes.
That means we're slightly below 90 degrees to the slope. It's got to go up and across.
Got it.
If we were at 90 degrees to slope, this ball would go up, across, and back down the slope.
Oh, okay. Yes.
If we were putting maybe from an uphill or downhill left to right putt, we might say this ball has to go across the slope and then down near the fall line.
Got it.
So you're almost like creating this narrative on what the ball's going to do. Now, isn't that good?
Before
mentally?
you even go in and hit it and
Seeing
start.
it happen.
Yeah.
Telling the story before it happens.
Love that.
That reminds me of the Solheim Cup, the putt that Suzanne made.
Yeah.
She had
Knew it was
rehearsed
going
that
there.
all week prior to her making it.
Yeah. And that's huge. Inside job, as we talked about.
It's an inside job.
Yeah. And
All
we'll
right?
get to that.
So we got a left to right putt.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yep.
All right. And I'm going to do a quick little
Yeah.
aim point read real quick.
Yep.
All right. And
I'm going to try and copy that in a second.
go ahead and you tell me where you're going to aim.
So if I was going about it normally, I'm at home playing, what I would do, and this has not worked well for my entire life, but this is what I would do, is I would, I'd come back and then I'm more or less picking a spot that I think. So I see a little dark spot that I would call this, based on the speed at which I kind of see this ball rolling, maybe 2.5 to 3 feet out to the left. I have a little edge of a spot. And then I now can picture the ball rolling up that and then curving in towards the hole. So I have a spot.
I love those visualization skills.
Yeah. Thank
That
you.
was good. And you nailed the read, by the way. It was
okay, good.
It was 2.5 feet left.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now, here's what's important, okay?
Yeah.
So now, we're gonna talk real quickly. You have to be skillful.
Yeah.
And the 3 skills that you have to be able to do to make a putt would be read, speed, and line. And those 3 skills tell us where to aim.
Got it.
Aim's fourth, not first.
Got it. Yeah.
So what you did beautifully is we read the break direction and the break amount.
Yeah.
Then you picked, based off of your intended speed,
Yes.
you picked an aim point.
Yep.
You call it a spot, but it was an
yeah.
aim point.
Yep.
And then if we took our golf club like a sword, like Rosie does, we can either use the shaft like a sword going from the ball to my aim point.
Yep.
And that is my aim line.
Yep.
And then I can see the ball curving off that sword
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
into the entry line. That would be the entry line, ideal line, entry point.
Yes.
So you've got your linear portion and your non-linear portion spelled out beautifully in your brain.
Got it.
Now, should I use a line on the ball or not? That's the most common question I get asked, right?
Yeah.
That's up to you. That's your preference.
Gotcha.
If you use an aim point and an aim line, then I might want to use the line on the ball.
Got it.
If you see a ball curving in an entry point, maybe we don't use the line.
Got it.
Makes sense?
That's like
So
a general.
It's a preference.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
All right, so once you go ahead and come back here and give
Yeah.
me the sword.
Cool.
All right, so you got
Yep.
the sword.
Yep.
And tilt it up just a little bit. There you go. So you can see it to your aim line and your
Yeah.
aim point.
I got to tell you, I've never done this before, and that creates such a good visual for me. It's not even funny.
Well, here's what's even better. You ready?
Yep.
So after we've done that, then we're going to wipe the blood off the sword as the trigger to our routine.
I love that.
So go ahead and take the sword. Now
Yep.
wipe the blood.
Yep.
Now trigger your routine. That's when
Yep.
the stopwatch starts. And do your thing. Okay. All right, now, did the putt break left or right?
Yes.
Did you hit it at the right speed?
No.
Did you pull it?
Yes.
Okay, now, how did you know that you pulled it? Because you already spelled out what your intended line was.
Yeah, it started left of where I was looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So why do I have to have an accurate read?
Yeah.
Because it is the baseline for me to judge whether my speed was good
Yep.
or my start line was good.
Yeah.
And then even further, if we use feedback and recall, what did my stroke feel like? Did I pull it in my stroke?
Yeah. A little post-putt routine there.
Yeah, a little post-putt routine.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. There was so much good green reading info that we decided to put this into a part 1 and a part 2 video. So we're gonna cut this here. If you do wanna watch part 2, keep your eyes out to be the part 2 green reading video within the next week or so. If you did like this video, guys, do us a favor, click the like button, click the notification bell. Also, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.